And breaking news coming in from the state of Karnataka, JDS state president A.H. Vishwanath has now resigned, owning moral responsibility for party's drubbing in the Lok Sabha polls. So while we had seen that resignation drama in the Congress party and one resignation coming in after another after the poor performance in the Lok Sabha elections, it is now, in fact, trickled on to the JDS as well. JDS state president A.H. Vishwanath, we are learning, has resigned, owning moral responsibility for party's drubbing in the Lok Sabha polls.
No, I am talking about the coordination committee. He may not express, Mr. Gundarao.
So are you unhappy that you are not given a ministerial?
No. I am not.
You said the re-election will be taking place very soon. You said there will be a re-election very soon. So
No. What the media has written, what the media has shown in the by-election may arise like that. You yourself, media people, have shown even.
So with your experience,
Sir, one thing which you said that Siddaramaiah made sure that Devegowda loses from Mysore.
No, in the beginning itself, who asked Mysore parliamentary seat to field Mr. Devegowda ji from there.
Sir, you have written in a letter that there is need to be in the heart of people. Can you elaborate? You have written that there is need, that right we are in the government, but at the same time we need to be the heart of the people. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, definitely. The government must sit in the heart of the people. That must be like programs must be. Right.
Should we understand that you are not happy with the policy?
That's not the question.
so but we are asking, are you today satisfied with how governance is going on in Karnataka with this coalition? Are you happy? Do you think projects, do you think the plans of the government is really reaching the people?
Now, with all sincerity and integrity, Mr. Kumaraswamy is running the government smoothly with limited cooperation from the counterpart.
So you're saying the Congress is not cooperating? The Congress is not cooperating?
No, Congress is an aligned partner, it's cooperating. But
Limited cooperation.
since 1 year, one or the other things, hurdles.
Sir, indirectly you said Siddaramaiah is the reason. Sir, Siddaramaiah is the reason for the loss of S.D. Devegowda in Tumkur.
No.
You said Siddaramaiah is the reason for the loss of S.D. Devegowda in Tumkur.
No, I can't.
Because you are shifted from Mysore.
No, I do not want to name Mr. Siddaramaiah or anybody. But such a strategy was.
So you are unhappy with the...
Such a strategy where a sitting parliament member there in Tumkur, to that place Mr. Devegowda ji was given ticket.
So you said that Devegowda was cheated and defeated?
She not cheated. See, politics is a belief. It's a faith to know each other, to understand each other, faith each other. No. That was demolished in...
So you mean to say was... Sir, you mean to say was...
Are you trying to say that there is no faith between coalition partners? Do they not?
No, I am talking about the
One by one.
total scenario. No. Total political scenario. What had happened? That's total political scenario I am talking about.
So will you accept a ministerial? If you are given a ministerial berth, will you accept it?
Yeah.
If you are given a position of a
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But I am not going and begging for the ministry. But if the government wants me to work in their cabinet, yes, definitely I will accept it.
And the reason behind the Lok Sabha failure, do you think the party somewhere kept the family first and the party later? The CM and his father prioritized the family first. Do you think so?
See, that you have written,
Sir,
that you have shown
think,
the
sir,
me.
as the JDS president then, did you feel it?
What?
that they
Was it the thing that they kept everybody aside? It was mainly within the family that most of the power ran.
The family itself responsible for the growth of JDS. That's right. I do not want to comment on it.
Sir, what is the main reason why you have submitted your resignation? What is the main reason? Is it because of the party coalition or within the party? What is the main reason?
See, not that the party is sinking. See, it's common now. It's a trend that when the party or the party government suffers, it's a trend that the president used to resign to his office.
Going by that logic, then even the chief minister and Devegowda must also resign.
Not like that. Not like that.
And Karthik, my colleague, now joining us live on this broadcast. Karthik, the situation is only going from bad to worse for the coalition in Karnataka. Just this morning, we had heard Ramalinga Reddy, who had also complained against the top leadership, saying that seniors were sidelined. And now A.H. Vishwanath, state president of the JDS, also putting down his resignation, claiming moral responsibility. But where is the situation going from here for the coalition, with one resignation after another pouring in?
Well, definitely, Suesha, it seems to be troubled time for the coalition government in Karnataka. Now, after this morning, senior Congress leader Mr. Ramalinga Reddy and former Home Minister came out with this tweet expressing dissent and also disappointment about how the Congress party is neglecting and sidelining senior leaders. Now, this time around, the JDS state president, H. Vishwanath, has come out and tendered his resignation. Now, he's gone on to say that somewhere he's taken responsibility for the Lok Sabha drubbing that happened in the state. But also, he's also added this point, saying that somewhere around Mr. Siddaramaiah has neglected him, and he was not taken into the coordination committee, which he was supposed to. There was no adequate representation of the JDS party, and Mr. Vishwanath has been raising the issue for a long time, but still his voice was unheard, and Mr. Siddaramaiah had his go. And this time around, he's expressed his dissent on that issue as well. But it remains to be seen how the Congress will now come out and face this issue. On one side, they have the senior leaders coming out, making statements and also expressing their dissent. And now you have dissent breaking out in the JDS as well. Now, how will all these circumstances impact the coalition government in the state is something that we'll have to wait and watch.
And Karthik, whenever it comes to putting out a picture in front of the public, Kumaraswamy has time and again said that all is okay. This despite we've seen the breakdown, we've seen him expressing his frustration. But even in this case, when A.H. Vishwanath says that there is a lack of alliance coordination, organizational issues, and something that he had been complaining for a very long time, but no cognizance was taken of it. We wait to see how the story develops from here. For the moment, Karthik, thank you for joining us. So that's the story that we are tracking from Karnataka this morning. And you heard A.H. Vishwanath, JDS state president, who in fact has put forth his resignation while owning moral responsibility for parties drubbing in the Lok Sabha polls.